Hello students, welcome back to the next class. In the previous class, we have discussed about photosynthesis. Okay, now we are moving to the next topic. Through photosynthesis, what we get, what the plants get, yes, carbohydrate. This carbohydrate is used to produce other components such as fats, proteins, etc. But the protein is a nitrogenous compound. That protein contain nitrogen. So from where the nitrogen, the plant get nitrogen? Yes, the plant get nitrogen from the surrounding. How did they get it? Yes, in the roots of plants there is some bacteria which called rhizobium. Rhizobium is present in the roots of some plants. This bacteria convert it cannot take the nitrogen directly to the plant, but the plant cannot take the nitrogen directly from the atmosphere like carbon dioxide they take. So the nitrogen is first converted into an usable form and it is dissolved into the soil. So the plant absorbs this nitrogen and it reaches the leaves. So this is how the nitrogen came to plants, and also the farmers will use the nitrogenous fertilizers to to get the nitrogen components to the plants. So we can use fertilizers to get nitrogen. Okay, then other modes of nutrition in plants. Some plants are generally autotrophs. We have discussed that plants are autotrophs. So we are going to check other modes of nutrition in plants. So you must have seen that some yellow colored branches, yellow wiry branch structure twining around the stem and the branches of a tree, which you call cuscuta. Did you see that? Cuscuta? There is a picture given in your textbook, figure 1.5. The cuscuta will stay on a tree and absorb the food and take the food, ready-made food prepared by that tree. So it will stay on another tree and take the food prepared by that tree. This type of organism is called a parasite. Okay, and the tree which they climb is known as host. What is host? The parasite which is cuscuta. Parasite climb on a tree. That tree is host. And the cuscuta is the parasite. And this parasite take the food prepared by that host plant, host tree. So they do not have chlorophyll of their own. These parasites do not have chlorophylls of their, so they cannot make food by themselves. So they take the food from the tree they climbed. So they are called parasites. Then some depend upon the food produced by other plants. They use the heterotrophic mode. So humans and animals are in a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Also like that, there are some plants which follow heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They are parasites. Then there are some other examples for parasites which are Sandal, Loranthus. Did you see Loranthus, which we call Ithilkanni? Yes, we see in mango tree. Yes, they are parasite. They take the food prepared by other plants. Then, have you heard of plants that eat animals? Yes, some plants eat animals. We normally heard that animals eat animals and we humans eat animals. But some plants also eat animal. Okay. Paheli want to know that whether mosquitoes, bed bugs, lice and leeches and suck our blood are also parasite. Paheli wants to know that mosquito, then the bed bugs, muta, then lice, pain and the leeches, atta, idokke nammala blood suck cheyum. Ivarum parasite aano na chodyam. They are also parasites. Then coming to insect taking plants. Some plants eat some insects and digest them. That, for example, there is a picture given in your textbook, that is pitcher plant. Okay, pitcher plant. There is a jug-like portion which is an extension of its leaves in the baki bagani jug-like portion. What happens is that when the insect comes to this jug-like portion, there is a lid-like part. This lid will closed. The insect will trapped into this jug-like portion. There is a hairy portion in it, and the insect will stick on to this hairy portion and go to the down, and the plant digests it. Then the insect digested by the digestive juices secreted in the pitcher, and its nutrients are absorbed. The nutrients in the insects are absorbed by these plants. The insect eating plants are called insectivorous plants. What is insectivorous plants? Plants which eat insects are called insectivorous plants. So the pitcher plant is the example for insectivorous plants. This plant's name is pitcher plant. Okay. Then why these plants catches insects? Don't they can make food by themselves? Yes, they can make food by themselves, but in some conditions, in ചില സാഹചര്യങ്ങളിൽ മണ്ണിൽ അവർക്ക് വേണ്ട ആവശ്യമുള്ള ചില ന്യൂട്രിയൻസ് അവർക്ക് കിട്ടാതെ വരുമ്പോൾ അവരെന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ചില ഇൻസെക്ട്സിനെ ക്യാച്ച് ചെയ്യും. So they get that nutrients from that insects. Okay, that's why they are catching insects. Also they make food by themselves. Then Bujo is confused. If the pitcher plant is green and carries out photosynthesis, then why does it feed on insects? That is why I answered the questions. So next, saprotrophs. Saprotrophs. You might have seen the packets of mushrooms sold in vegetable market. Did you see mushroom? Coon. Yes. You may have also seen fluffy umbrella-like patches growing in moist soil or on rotting wood during rainy season. Let us find out what types of nutrients they need to survive and from where they get them. These mushrooms did not have chlorophyll on their own, and also fluffy patches growing in the moist soil. They also didn't have chlorophyll. Then how they live? From where did they get nutrients? Yes. Bujo again comes here with a question. Bujo wants to know how this organism acquire nutrients, how that they do not have mouth like animals do. They are not like green plants as they lack chlorophyll and cannot make food by photosynthesis. Bujoന്റെ സംശയം ഇതാണ്, അവർക്ക് ക്ലോറോഫിൽ ഇല്ല, അപ്പോൾ ഫുഡ് സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ കഴിയില്ല. പിന്നെ അവർക്ക് ആനിമൽസിനെ പോലെ മൗത്ത് ഇല്ല വേറെ ആനിമൽസിനെ കഴിക്കാൻ. പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെ ക്ലോറോഫിൽ ഇല്ലായിട്ട് ഗ്രീൻ പ്ലാന്റ്സ് അല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ടും എങ്ങനെ അതിന് ഫുഡ് കിട്ടുന്നു എന്നാണ് ചോദ്യം. സോ ദർ ഇസ് എൻ ആക്ടിവിറ്റി 1.2, activity 1.2 in your textbook in page number 6, that is, take a piece of bread and moisten it with water, then leave it for 2 or 3 days and until the patches appear on this. What happens when we keep a moistened bread for 2-3 days? There will be a green colored thing is formed, isn't it? What is this? What is that? Yes, that's name is fungus. You all know that fungus. You have heard it, isn't it? Yes. Then these organisms are called fungi. They have a different mode of nutrition. They are not like the parasites and the autotrophs plants. They have different type of nutrition. They absorb the nutrient from the bread, and this mode of nutrition in which organism take in nutrients from dead and decaying matter is called saprotrophic nutrition. What is? Saprotrophic nutrition. This is a nutrition in which the organism take nutrient from the dead and decayed organism. ചത്ത് ചീഞ്ഞളിഞ്ഞ ഓർഗാനിസത്തിൽ നിന്ന് എന്ത് വലിച്ചെടുക്കുക, ന്യൂട്രിയൻസ് വലിച്ചെടുക്കുക, അതിനെയാണ് സാപ്രോട്രോഫിക് ന്യൂട്രീഷൻ. ആ ഓർഗാനിസത്തിന് പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് സാപ്രോട്രോഫ്സ്. വാട്ട് ഈസ് saprotrophs? Fungi also grow in pickles, then leather, clothes and other articles that we are left in hot and humid weather for a long time. നല്ല നനവുള്ള ചൂടുള്ള കണ്ടീഷനിൽ വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മളെ ലെതർ ബാഗ്സ്, പിക്കിൾസ്, ഇതിലൊക്കെ ഈ ഫംഗസ് വരാറുണ്ട്. പിക്കിൾസിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല വൈറ്റ് കളർ ഫംഗസ് ദാറ്റ്സ് കമ്മിങ്. യെസ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഫംഗസ്. ഡ്യൂറിങ് റെയിനി സീസൺ ദേ സ്പോയിൽ മെനി തിങ്സ്. You ask your parents about the menace of fungi in your house. The fungal spores are generally present in the air. When they land on wet and warm things, they germinate and grow. When these fungus are generally present in our air, when they land on wet and humid surfaces, it will grow, and that is why our things are getting ruined. Then there are some organisms which live together and share both shelter and nutrition. Because there are some organisms, both of them stay together. One gives shelter and other give nutrients to the next organism. This type of relationship is called symbiosis. What is symbiosis? Symbiosis. Then, for example, fungi live inside the roots of plants. Fungi generally lives in the roots of plants. There, the fungus gives some benefits to that plant. What is? The fungi provide water and certain nutrients to that plant. And plant give what? Plant provide nutrients to the fungus. Plant provide nutrients to fungus. Fungi returns water and certain nutrients. This mutual relationship is called symbiosis. Then organism like called lichens, a chlorophyll containing partner which is an algae and a fungus live together. Lichens, organism called lichens is a two organism. Lichens എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ രണ്ട് ഓർഗാനിസം കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്തതാണ്. What? Algae and fungus combine to live together. The fungus provides shelter. ഫംഗർ ആൽഗയ്ക്ക് എന്ത് നൽകും? ഷെൽട്ടർ നൽകും. അപ്പോൾ തിരിച്ച് ആൽഗെ എന്ത് നൽകും? Water and minerals to the fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the algae. In turns, algae gives what? Provide food to the fungus. We have already discussed that algae can prepare food. So algae give food to the fungus and fungus give shelter and water and nutrient. So this is a mutual understanding ലാണ് ഈ രണ്ട് ഓർഗാനിസവും പോകുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഈ മ്യൂച്വൽ റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പിന് പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് സിംബയോസിസ്. Okay? Then we have already discussed that some bacteria in the roots gives nitrogen to the plants. So they transform the nitrogen into usable form. That bacteria is known as rhizobium. This generally grow in the roots of gram, peas, moong, beans and other legumes. പയറുവർഗ്ഗങ്ങളിലാണ് ഈ ബാക്ടീരിയ പൊതുവായിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവുക. So they give this bacteria does not make food their own. ആ ബാക്ടീരിയകൾ സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് ഫുഡ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുമല്ലോ. അവർക്ക് എവിടെ നിന്ന് ഫുഡ് ലഭിക്കും? പ്ലാന്റ്സിൽ നിന്ന് എടുക്കും. തിരിച്ച് പ്ലാന്റ്സിന് അവരെന്ത് കൊടുക്കും? ഈ ന്യൂട്രിയൻസ് കൊടുക്കും, നൈട്രജൻ ഒക്കെ കൊടുക്കും. ഇതും ഒരു സിംബയോട്ടിക് റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പാണ്. അതായത് പ്ലാന്റ്സിൻ്റെ റൂട്ടിലുള്ള റൈസോബിയം ബാക്ടീരിയ ആണ് അറ്റ്മോസ്ഫിയറിൽ നിന്ന് നൈട്രജൻ പ്ലാന്റ്സിന് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഇവർ തമ്മിലുള്ള റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് എന്താണ്? സിംബയോട്ടിക് റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പാണ്. സോ ഇഫ് ദർ ഈസ് ദിസ് ടൈപ്പ് ഓഫ് പ്ലാന്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് ലെജുമിനസ് പ്ലാന്റ്സിലാണ് ഈ ബാക്ടീരിയ കൂടുതലുണ്ടാകും. ലെജുമിനസ് പ്ലാന്റ്സ് വളർത്തുന്ന കർഷകന് കുറച്ച് വളം ഉപയോഗിച്ചാൽ മതി. കാരണം ഈ ബാക്ടീരിയ തന്നെ ഈ പ്ലാന്റ്സിന് നൈട്രജൻ വലിച്ചു കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ വളത്തിലൂടെ അതിന് എക്സ്ട്രാ നൈട്രജൻ കൊടുക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. കുറച്ച് വളം ഉപയോഗിച്ചാൽ മതി. ആർക്ക്? ഫാമേഴ്സിന്. ഫോർ ലെജുമിനസ് പ്ലാന്റ്സ്. Most of the pulses are obtained from the leguminous plants. So in this chapter you have learned that plants are autotrophs. Only a few plants are parasitic or saprotropic. Okay, autotrophic plants, then there are also parasitic plants and saprotropic plants. Parasite, which take the food prepared by others. Saprotropic, which means take nutrients from the dead decayed parts. Then we discussed symbiosis. They derive nutrition from others' organism. All animals categorized as heterotrophs since they depend upon the plants and other animals for food. So we can say that the insectivorous plants are partial heterotrophs. Yes, insectivorous plants partial heterotrophs എന്ന് വിളിക്കും. കാരണം അവർ ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഫുഡ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുകയും ചെയ്യും, ഇടയ്ക്ക് ആനിമൽസിനെ ഡിപ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുകയും ചെയ്യും. അതുകൊണ്ട് പാർഷ്യൽ ഹെറ്ററോട്രോപ്സ് ആണ് ആര്? insectivorous plants. So this is all about today's topic. So hope you understood that. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. So let us meet in another class. Thank you. And also you should do the activities. You should do the exercises in your textbook. Write it in your notebook. Then also try to do some activities that you can do. Okay, thank you.